morning, everybody. Welcome to Studio 5. Darren, we're so excited, is back after a couple of days off. We missed you.
I am so glad to be back. I missed being here.
And we heard rumor on the street you were seen in an odd place under questionable circumstances. What's this about?
I was up in Logan. Had to speak to a youth conference up there, and I woke up Tuesday morning and realized a button was missing from my pants. I'm thinking, what am I going to do? I've got a button missing. I've got to have some help here. Fortunately, I'm thinking of Kim and Chris, the DIY chicks from up at Logan. They have a quilt shop up there. So I'm thinking, I've got to go and have them help me.
I love that you call them DIY chicks.
So I stormed into my girlfriend's quilt shop on my lunch hour.
You stormed?
Yes, I went racing and frantically, and Kim's there and Chris is there, and they said, what can we do for you? I said, okay, I got to sew a button. And they gave me the needle, they gave me the thread, and I had to stitch my button on right there.
What were you wearing behind that table? That's what I want to know.
No, I wear some different pants. I'm okay. So those are pants I wore the next day. I was going to wear them that day. I found out that when my eyes are going bad, I actually had to have them thread the needle for me, you know.
Well, I'm glad they were there to save the day.
I know. What would I do otherwise? I'd have like buttons popping off all over the place.
I mean, you could go to Walmart, but I'm glad the DIY chicks were there to save you.
They saved me, and I appreciate it.
We're glad to have you back. All right, this month we are celebrating family, and we want to help you create family memories and make the most of that together time.
So today, the chance to do a little family bonding. Every week during the month of August, we're going to introduce you to a different day trip. A quick pile in the car, have a good time adventure. To start things off, we're heading up north to the Caribbean of the Rockies. We're heading to Bear Lake today.
Our tour guides for this series are Dell and Michelle Bartlett, authors of the travel book Day Trips from Salt Lake City. So Bear Lake, our first destination. Why Bear Lake? What do you love about that location?
It is just beautiful. It's recreation at its best in Utah. And it's close. You know, it's not, it's an hour and a bit, but it's close enough to where you can get there and get back and just have a wonderful day.
Depending on where you are. I mean, the St. George residents.
That's true. That's true. But they've got Lake Powell.
That's true.
And isn't Raspberry Days coming up soon? Is that this weekend?
That's this weekend.
Okay.
That's a fun time to go to Bear Lake. Now, mind you, a lot of people will be, will be there, and it's going to be a busy time. So we thought we'd put in some other ideas for you as well.
Okay.
I want to talk about the famous raspberry shake, because anyone who has even heard or been to Bear Lake, they know the raspberry shake is the must-get item. But you have a secret location where you say the best raspberry shake is located.
Yes. And it's a little bit of a secret just because many of the locals actually go there because they know it's not crowded and they're fabulous. It's the Chevron.
The Chevron. Yeah, gas station there?
Right as you're coming out of the canyon.
On the way down from Logan Canyon, there's the Chevron station, and all the locals were telling us that's where we go get our shakes. They're great shakes in that. Now, if you want a shake downtown, you're going to be downtown with all the festivals and everything. You got LeBeau's, that's kind of the famous one, but across the street is the Quick and Tasty. And the lines are less, the shakes I think are better. That's just my opinion, but and they are incredible. But the Chevron's kind of this little secret that nobody else knows about.
Oh, my word.
Okay, if you're downtown, go to Quick and Tasty. If you want to go off the beaten path, go to the Chevron gas station.
Isn't that crazy?
Whatever thought there. Okay, when it comes to eating other food, I think Bear Lake Pizza, people have heard of Bear Lake Pizza, but there's another little secret beside the pizza people have to get there, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, if we're talking about pizza, they have a 15-pound pizza. I know, don't think diet when you go there, for sure. But 15 pounds, 20 slices, and they have some incredible flavors. Chicken Alfredo, the chicken ranch are some of their favorites. But if you go to their adjoining shop, you can just about get anything you want in chocolate. Covered in chocolate, I know,
and
my favorite.
Is the chocolate-covered raspberries. I mean, it's Raspberry Days, you got to have chocolate-covered raspberries, and the chocolate is to die for.
It just melts in your mouth.
This is so mean to talk about this right before lunch. It really
I know,
is.
you're right.
Okay, a lot of people, when you think of Bear Lake, obviously the lake provides so many great activities and fun for families. Any other activities that if people are taking this day trip, you suggest they sign up for when they're in the Bear Lake area?
Well, you've got the bikes that are kind of new to the area. And
you say the bikes. What are the bikes?
Over by the KOA campground, you can rent bicycles. Now, these aren't just normal bicycles. You talk about family fun. These are quadricycles, okay? And they fit, I think, 6 or 8 people in into these bicycles. And it's just, and there's bicycle paths now all through the Garden City area, and you can rent multiple quadricycles, giant tricycles, mountain bikes, those big banana bikes. All of that's available there for rent, and you can have just incredible family fun with those bikes.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah. Okay, what else is there besides bikes we need to do?
Okay, you've got, you head up a little bit further north. You've got the Swan Creek Springs. That's the largest spring, cold water spring west of the Mississippi. Great place to cool off. I mean, we're up there, it's summertime, it's hot, you want to go cool off. You can cool off in the lake, but if you want to get away, a little bit away from everybody, go up to the Swan Creek Springs. It's a great place to cool off.
I'm always looking for fun performances or local, you know, performances and stage events. Anything there that you recommend?
Pickleville Playhouse, which many people have heard of, and it is amazing. We took an exchange student last summer, and she was super excited because it's all about the West, the Wild West.
The shows they've got going right now is they've got Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and then they've got a Western as well. So they're always fun, and they're always great performances as well.
Okay, aside from those things, what other activities do we have to hit when we're up there?
Real quick, head up north of Bear Lake a little bit. You've got Minnetonka Cave, which is the big cave.
I've heard about that. I've never been there.
Minnetonka Cave is great. The nice thing is you don't have the big hike to get to it, so it's very accessible to families with little kids.
Language.
Well, you got little kids too, so that's a great thing to do. So you've got the Minnetonka Cave, which is incredible. It really, really is. Then you've got some of the little less known caves. The ice caves, Paris Ice Caves, really cool. I mean, we're talking 95 degrees plus when you're driving there. You go into this cave, and there's ice all over the places where they used to go get all their ice to cool their stuff during the summer. And so Paris Ice Caves is a great place to go. Of course, you've got the Paris Tabernacle and Museum and some other really historical places there as well.
Okay, I've heard some rumor, I need you to confirm this, that there are fireflies up in the Cache Valley area, right?
Yes, there
up there in Bear
are.
Lake?
Yes, and if you actually at night will go for a walk down the boardwalk in the city park, you will find the biggest concentration of fireflies. So that's really a fun thing for your kids to be able to take, you know, just a stroll on a nice, cool evening and check that out. It's
Until
amazing.
I was about a senior in high school, I thought fireflies were right on the same level as the Tooth Fairy. I mean,
they're magical.
You always wonder, you know, if they're real, and now you can find them in Bear Lake.
In Bear Lake, of all places.
Yeah, very fun, you guys. Great activities, great ideas.
That's good.
Okay, we'll let you know, of course, Dale and Michelle are going to be back next Thursday. Every Thursday, they're going to be here to map out another one of these one-day trips for you. You can also look for their book, Day Trips from Salt Lake City. It's available online and in local bookstores. You can find out those day trips there, or just tune in with us every Thursday, and they'll map out another one for you. Coming up next on Studio 5, corn cob like you have never had it before. Kick it up with flavored butter. You can add some flavored salt, summer seasonings for corn.
Delicious.